Alright, so I had a couple people asking about my bottle stripper, bottle cutter, whatever, and what I've been using to do it. So this little thing here, I got it off eBay for $15 shipped from the Ukraine. Apparently there's an issue with patents and making them in the US. All it is a chunk of aluminum here that somebody cut into. Cut some little channels right here into it. And then on the back side, they throw in a little razor blade, if you can see it there, and bolted it in. This wood block is just to hold the razor blade on the other side. And then this little piece here is a guidepost to put your bottle on right there. And then it bolts in on this side. When it came, this piece wasn't attached and this was bent. And for storage, all I do is bend it over. But of course, with metal, you bend it enough times, whatnot. So how it works is pretty simple. All these little bottles have the little weld there. I don't know how easy that is to see, that little weld down the bottom there. But you're going to take and cut just above that weld. And when you go, you just need to make a little cut. If you want to go all the way around with the knife, you can. But I found that it's easier if you take a pair of scissors. Make it more even around. But you want to make sure you get, again, above the weld into the bottle. Now the most important thing here though is these little tabs that are going to be all around. I don't know if you can see those, but getting it as even as you can and getting rid of all them little tab things, because if not, when they go through the cutter, they're just going to create a break in your cordage. Obviously you can use real scissors here. I'm just using my knife because it's what I've been using when I'm out. And then you're going to take it, of course take the lid off. You're going to put the rod through it, the guide rod. Now the smallest channel is harder to get because it's so skinny and you got to be patient with it. So I'm going to go on channel 3 just because it's easy. And all you're going to do is you're going to force it through until it starts coming through there. And you're going to get a little tab piece here. I found that if I take the tab and the bottle at the same time, I can kind of guide it better there, like that. And then once you get a good chunk going, all you do is pull. Oh, and I already forgot, just common sense, but cut the label off. Should have done that first. Sometimes I forget. And you just pull. Now when you get to the little humps there, sometimes it gets a little rougher, sometimes it'll break. That's why I went with the third channel down, so I could do this for speed and efficiency to show you guys. And you just keep going pretty much until it breaks. And you can get to a certain point where on this you can reuse the tops, use them for funnels. Whoops. I've seen some people glue them together to make a, what do you call it, a spool and whatnot. But this is all the cordage I just got from that. It's a lot of good cordage to use there. If you pay attention, you can set it up so that you spool it as it goes. I did the thinnest for that net, so I had a lot more, obviously, and then I just wove it together. It's semi-rigid, but you can roll and it doesn't cut. If you're real patient, you can take and do a twist to make it stronger. Twisting in opposite directions, as you can see there. And you can make it, you can weave it, you can wrap it around tool handles if you use the thicker channels and melt it down, make some plastic to keep from splinters and whatnot. You've got the base left. You can use the base for a bird trap or any kind of little thing. On the bigger bottles, you could use it for like a bowl and whatnot. On the 2 liters or even on these, you can cut up and make this portion into spoons. The lid, there's a bunch of uses you can use for the lid as well and whatnot. But that's my little bottle stripper I got on there again and whatnot. I got, like I said, I got it on eBay. He's not selling them right now. If you look at Creek Stewart, Fat Guys in the Wood, he shows how to take a tree stump, a small tree stump, cut a chunk out of it, and use a knife and do the same concept. Thanks for viewing.